Well, you guys heard it. That was the noon whistle. Well, you probably might not even have heard the noon whistle, but that was my boys letting you know that the noon whistle was happening. So, we've been up and running around today, getting things lined up. We went down to the weld shop here in town. We talked to them a little bit, and I asked them, hey, can you guys weld up this rim? Remember that crack I have on my rim? And I showed them a picture, and they said, yeah, we can weld that up. So we are going to take that rim off, run down to the tire shop. They're going to take the tire off of the rim, and then we need to run down to the weld shop, and he's going to weld that up for us. Then no more leaky tire. That's going to be pretty nice. It's been leaking pretty bad. I've been pushing it off, and pushing it off, and well, I can't push it off anymore. We need to fix that rim.
Feeling in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky, I can feel the winds of change. You live and you learn, and I hope I've seen enough to make something right, and make up for what I've lost. I was down, but things are looking up. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should. Things turn around, didn't ever think.
Well, that came off pretty easy. Now we're running around back, we'll grab Sarah's hot rod, run it down, and hopefully they can fit me in real quick. So I'm just looking for, just to get it taken off the rim. Usually you probably wouldn't need too much of a reservation to do that.
I'm done with the bad, I need a little bit of good.
Short people. Seat's going up. There you go.
Stepped on a path that led me straight to you. I was down, but things are looking up. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
Pretty lucky to have a weld shop here in town that does stuff like this. Really helps out on things. Because I was really thinking I was going to have to replace that rim. Then my dad, he had mentioned, hey, why don't you just see if they can weld it? And then I seen a couple comments in my comment section back when I was talking about the truck cracking. And well, that's just the way it went. Went down to the weld shop and they can fix it. So that's where we're going to go now.
Caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
That right there, I think, is going to be our next toy. I think I'm going to get one of those old Jeep Grand Cherokees. Just to do some wheeling in. Fun stuff, you know what I mean. Well, he said give him an hour. Come on back down and grab it. I was going to sit there and record him a little bit doing it. So I find it just awesome watching him work when he's working on anything of mine. Place was busy. A lot of people were in there, coming in, coming out. Oh, I just littered. It was a mask. Don't litter with a mask. So that's what we're doing. We're letting him work his magic on that rim. It did crack a little bit down the rim a little bit further, so he's gonna braze it all up, weld it all up, get everything ground down smooth to where it works real nice again, and then we'll go back to the tire shop, have him put it back on the rim, and we'll be good to go. Well, we're just gonna have to pick this stuff up. Probably just sit it in the pickup. He ran into a few little delays. Actually, he was working on the rim. He got called away to something else, so he's not going to have the rim done till tomorrow morning, and that's when we're finished this. As for right now, we're going to pick up all the tools, the lug nuts, put them in the cab, and then we are going to go up and watch Tater Tot do some volleyball. I think tonight she sings the national anthem for the varsity too. I think so. Let's go up there, go do that, and then we'll finish this thing up in the morning. Yeah, look what decided to work. Last night, I took it apart and put it back together, and it's working. Now, I did read a couple of your guys' comments that said that it's going out. I am going to have to look into a new one. And I have found some ones that you... refurbished ones. I just send them mine, and they send me a refurbished one. I think it was 350 bucks, 380 bucks. No, it was $290, but then I wanted the ones that had the all LEDs inside of them. That way, that's just better, it's LED. So we're probably going to go that route, just not right now, because you know me, I'm not going to replace something when it's working. I'm going to wait till it's completely fried. No way it's ever going to work. Then I'll replace it. All right, now let's go watch some volleyball. Go. One more, girls, one more. There it is.
Bright stripes and bright stars through the
Well, it is officially a new day, and I just got the call that Bugs down there at the weld shop has taken my welded up, fixed up wheel to Napa for them to put the tire on it. Do they not know how a YouTube video works? I was going to show you guys the repair on the wheel, but he took it up there. It's small town kindness kind of thing. I'm not upset whatsoever. The video will live. So we're going to run down there, pick our wheel up, get it back on the pickup. So maybe, just maybe, we can finish this project that was supposed to be a couple-hour project. And just like a normal Schmidt project, it has expanded into a 2-day project because we have other things to do, or other things I want to do today. Hey Ray, you think that weld will work? You haven't seen it? You've been too busy in here, huh? What'd you do, get a shipment in or what? Think that'll work?
Looks pretty good.
Think we'll be able to put a rubber one in there, or because of those edges, maybe I should put a steel one back in. Because it is a little rougher than what I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
Probably should just go ahead and put another steel one in.
So you don't have to fight it.
Yep. That way I don't have to come down and see you in another day. Yeah. Well, come to find out, you know how I originally thought my welding guy got pulled away from the job and had to go do something else? I heard him wrong over the phone. He had to come up here to Napa and order a saw to work on that wheel, a very, very small one, because he wanted to cut the crack bigger for he could weld it and bond it together better. And that's what he was waiting for. He came up, got the saw this morning, welded it up, and then brought it up to Napa to get the tire put back on. We ended up going with a steel valve stem versus I wanted to do a rubber one because rubber moves around a little bit easier. So that was the delay, and that makes sense. It really does. All right, so that cost me 15 bucks, which is to be expected. Dismount, mount, new valve stem, steel valve stem. Now we're going to run back down here to the weld shop. We're going to see what the damage is down here for fixing the wheel. No matter what, it's going to be cheaper than replacing that wheel. First, we got to swing over here to the bank, grab some cash. Okay, it seems like everything's going okay. The tire's not leaking. Check that out. The weld ended up costing me $55, so we got 70 bucks wrapped up into the repair, which is a heck of a lot better than going out and spending the money for either a new rim from Ford or a actually probably even cheaper than a used one at this fact. Some of you asked, well, don't you have a spare? The spare is a steel wheel, and these are aluminum wheels, so that's why we're not using the spare wheel. Opie is loving the front seat. Yes, I used to let him ride in the front seat in the old flatbed. I'm letting him ride in the front seat on this one. He's really liking it. Jax likes having his own space. Reason is, I got a little camp fridge. We'll talk more about that later. That thing seems to be working okay. I'm trying it out, but I don't really want to talk about it until I know if it actually works or not. It's one of those you plug into your cigarette lighter. It's not a cooler. It's a real fridge. It can go all the way down to -20, I think, or something like that. It's a fridge freezer. It's going to work great in the semi. Plus, it's going to work for this little truck camping thing we've been doing. Right now, we're going to go home. We're going to retorque those lug nuts and then probably move on to our next project. Actually, you know what? I think we might actually save this for the next video. Yeah, let's do that. That way I can dedicate more time to that. I have a funny feeling I recorded enough for this video. So I guess stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be with first class. As for right now, before I say goodbye though, I'm going to show you something real quick. I received another drawing from Wisconsin. Look at that. It's my main street. And yeah, the hood is there. I like the hood, but that's not the most beautiful part of this picture. The most beautiful part of this picture is that's the hood coming home. Isn't that awesome? That's when we're coming home. I love that view. It's the best view ever. Man, she can draw. She really can. Thank you very, very much, Heather. Alright, and this one, that's etched wood. Like with one of those lasers. Does anybody remember that picture? Me behind the trailer? The minute Denny gave me this, I go, oh, I remember that. That's the crazy picture. That's the crazy time from down there in Brundage, Alabama. No, Montgomery, Alabama. Montgomery, Alabama. We got held up down there for, what was it, like 20 some hours? That's what that picture is from. He has a laser. I don't know. You know what? If you want anything like this done, just leave it in the comments or just tell Denny to go through my comments. Because he makes these on a normal basis. He's got one of those fancy laser machines that does this. So, between our drawing and that, I have a couple more things to hang on the wall. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on fixing the rim of the dually. Fun, right? Alrighty, Warden's got a Zoom to do, so I gotta get off here. You guys stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.